Blood sugar, thank you. When it comes to blood sugar issues. So most people can fully reverse it, especially if you're not eating between meals. If you will cut out eating between meals, eat 2 or at most 3 meals a day. And if you're going to skip a meal, it's better to skip the evening meal than it is the breakfast meal. There's actually negative side effects from skipping breakfast and having lunch and dinner instead. But there's benefits to having just 2 meals, morning and, kind of maybe a late lunchtime. But if you have to do 3 meals a day, you want to make the last meal light. But the vast majority of people will reverse their type 2 diabetes 95 to 100%. Dr. McDougall says 100% of his patients, when they went on his diet, would reverse it. But it's Dean Ornish says somewhere around 95 or so. But 95 to 100% of people can reverse these issues. And we've watched, we had an 80-year-old man come to a seminar that I was doing, and there's something called neuropathy, where it can be pain in the extremities, like fingers and toes. This guy came 80 years old, overweight, depressed, type 2 diabetes, and neuropathy. For him, they often say it feels like you're walking on razor blades. And he goes and he ends up, he implements, 80 years old, he comes to our seminar, immediately starts implementing what we're suggesting. And he comes back, and within 2 weeks, he said the neuropathy, basically he had to keep his feet outside of the sheets and just had to have his bare feet sitting outside the sheets because it felt like they were being burned with a red hot iron when they were touched by the sheets. But long story short, what he said within 2 days, it started to go away, the pain. And within 2.5 weeks, he said it was 99% gone. And that is normal. That is normal for people who go on this diet. And there's nothing that medicine can do except recover the pain, but it doesn't get rid of the pain. But the good thing is this can actually heal the problem that is causing the issue and begin to get good blood flow to the extremities again so that they don't have to suffer with this for the rest of their life.
I love what you said about how these physicians are doing this. This isn't a theory. This isn't, the McDougall and Ornish and Living Springs Retreat. They're doing these similar things, and people see results in the enormous quantities and proportions, upwards of 100%. And so, it's hard to be like, okay, I'm going to only eat fruits, vegetables, moderate nuts and seeds and whole grains and beans, legumes, etc. That's hard to make that transition, but once you're there, I love what you said, Chad, that you feel so good. And when you're living an active lifestyle and all the other pieces of the puzzle with the water and the sunlight and the fresh air and the good sleep routines. And by the way, we eat as a family at 8 a.m. or 7:45 a.m. and 2:15 p.m. So the 2 meal plan, I love it. I don't want to go back. And so one of the things, when you said the thing about the happiness, I don't actually think like, oh no, I'm going to get heart disease. It's kind of this distant thing. It's a risk factor. But once I noticed in my life that I was happier when I ate these foods and lived this way, and less happy when I ate those foods, the junk foods, and lived that way, I'm way, way, way more motivated just on the depression, anxiety. And I didn't have a condition that was diagnosed, but you just feel yourself getting happier. You're like, I started calling fruit my happy pills. It's just like, I want to have a great day. And you know me, Chad, I'm generally a good natured, happy person. I wasn't prone to depression, but everybody, think of it as like on a spectrum. It's not like just the diagnosis in the extreme cases of a really struggling person with anxiety or depression or whatever, but everybody's on the spectrum somewhere. You might be way over here, pretty happy person, but you can become even happier, enjoy your life even more. So you look at the junk food, and those are depression, causers. And so let's go to the Q&A.